Songs that were forgotten but randomly came back. Back in 1986, a band from Manchester called The Smiths released an album called The Queen is Dead. One of the tracks on that album was called There Is a Light That Never Goes Out. It was deeply emotional, filled with lyrics about longing, loneliness, and not fitting in. But it was never even released as a single. For years, it lived quietly as a cult classic. Something Smiths fans adored, but most of the world never discovered. It didn't become a single until 1992, 5 years after the band had already split. For decades, it stayed that way. Then around the early 2020s, thousands of creators on TikTok started using it in nostalgic edits, romance videos, and late-night driving montages. Millions of teenagers who had never listened to 80s indie music suddenly became obsessed with it. Streams surged across Spotify and YouTube. A track that was never released as a single became The Smiths' most streamed song ever, with over 1 billion Spotify streams. The craziest part is that the song's message became even more relevant decades later than when it was first released. And just like that, a nearly forgotten song from 1986 found an entirely new generation almost 40 years later.